Okay, I'll try something with it. When I leave here, okay, it's hard for me to teach that. In just a moment or now, or when I fulfill the contract I've got with the Course, see? I got a contract with Jesus and the guys in the Course. Because you weren't getting it. Okay, you were fooling around with it a little bit. So that's why I do this, so that you can make what? The energy connection with the perceptual connection of the Course. Okay, why? The Course is true. Now, since I'm doing that, that must be the method in which you got it. Do you hear that? Good for you. This is why it says you got to use the Course in Miracles, because you have no alternative to it. Why? The Course in Miracles is the awakening. Not by your definition of it, but because it says the truth. What difference does it make who says it? So what they've given you is a guy you're sure to deny. Why? He's in direct association with you. He's not some idol that you got upset that you can accept up to the point where he fails you in your own mind. He's in a constant confrontation with you. Why? That's what you need to look at, since it's only your own judgment that keeps you from being whole. This is a practice of the Course in Miracles and non-judgment, incidentally. Does this require your admission that I'm expressing to you later on within your own time field? It would sure as hell help you. If you can't tell the positivity of my statements, what the hell are you doing here? The only definition that I will ever give you for honesty is constancy. I am absolutely constant. And the awakening minds that are coming around me know that no matter how they judge me, I will be constant in this statement, and it's not tolerable to you. Well, if it's not tolerable to you, go away. That will not prevent me from being constant. It's your acknowledgement of our mutual constancy that is what salvation is, dummies. You can't get it without going to it, without the admission that this is what you want. I don't care how you judge it. What's that got to do with it? That's all false. Is something happening to you in your mind when you're around these new energy fields? Oh, yeah. That's not the point. The point is, what are you doing with it in your own memory? Do you see? Each one of you has peopled, Jesus uses this, his own memory associations with a conglomerate of phantoms, of unrealities, and identifies them. He's really not communicating with anybody. Back to that once more. So I'm bringing about what? A reassociation in your own mind. It doesn't have to do with him. It literally has nothing to do with him. Can you hear this? This is only between you and me, or is it you and I? You and I, it's subjective. Okay? It doesn't have to do with you turning to the guy next to you and say, gee, it's certainly interesting what he's saying. That's absolutely meaningless. Who the hell are you talking to? Somebody who previously agreed with you and now perhaps is going to disagree with you, or is going to find a reassociation in order to sustain your identity of me in your mutual falsity. Do you do that? Sure. But until you're willing to accept the atonement for yourself, how the hell are you going to get it? There is only yourself. How many antichrists are there? Answer. One. Who is it? Me. Well, if there is an antichrist, it would have to be you. It had to be you. Well, strangely enough, in any sort of reasonable dialogue, so-called dialogue, if there's an antichrist, there must be a Christ. Okay? This is exactly the same thing as totally evil and totally good. You can't be totally anti-anything because it's an objective association. The moment that you would become totally anti, obviously you would include it all in. That's what I want you to do. Include all of your anti in with the good. Okay? See what happens? You no longer have resistance in your thought forms about what you are. You don't suffer the conflict. It's forgiveness. Don't bring your grievance up to the present and hold against your brother. That's you. Can you practice doing this? Do you need to? You say to me, well, I need to practice forgiveness. And I say to you, why? Why? If that's your thought form out there, why is it so difficult for you to forgive your own thought form? You say, well, I don't know if that's true at all. I don't know if that's true. That's all you could say to me. Obviously, you're attacking yourself, aren't you? Is that so? Are you really only attacking yourself? Huh? How can you know that? Respond. Don't defend yourself. Well, explain that to me. No. I can't. There's nothing to explain about non-defense. There's nothing more defensive than an explanation of non-defense. It's the same as the explanation of nothing. It's the same as the explanation of unconditional love. I'm not teaching unconditional love, I'm teaching fully conditional love. Without condition has to be, in your conception, all condition. See, I'm teaching forgiveness, which is inclusion, not subtraction. You're determined to subtract some of the things you've constructed from the reality of this. It won't work. You will suffer the conflicts if you do, won't you? And you'll get old and die. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to stop you from aging because I don't want you to get old. See? If you care to look at this with me, how the hell does an image get old? Answer me. If you're in an image here, you're you and I are, okay? What do you say? I do. How do I know whether you're old or not? What does old have to do with the image? Nothing except what? You have brought your previous memories in the constitution of what you are into this field of our association. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. And I go to nursing homes. The people are sitting in nursing homes, if somebody hadn't told them that they're old, they would know that they're old. I used to go, because I love them. I love opium. I'd go and say, I would treat them like they were 18. What happened? They became 18. I don't understand why, because somebody gets old, he's somehow different than he was when he was 17. It's absurd.